Now we discuss about role of biodiversity. Children, yesterday we have completed the pattern of patterns of biodiversity. And now the importance of the species diversity to the ecosystem. Correct? And the loss of biodiversity. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the role of biodiversity. What is the role of the variations in the life? Due to the development of this much of variation in the life, what the benefit we are getting? What really the biodiversity is playing role? Okay, in the existence of or in the survivability of the entire ecosphere or the living space. The role of biodiversity, like to discuss very broadly, to understand, in a very complete essence of the role of biodiversity. We can classify the role of biodiversity in three major ways. To understand the complete essence, the complete, the complete how the biodiversity is helping us. To understand that, we can discuss this thing, the role of biodiversity, in three different categories. The first one is narrowly utilitarian argument. And the second one is broadly utilitarian argument. And the third one is ethical argument. Narrowly utilitarian argument, broadly utilitarian argument, and ethical argument. Narrowly utilitarian argument. Narrowly utilitarian argument means what? How the biodiversity is helping. That is classified like in narrow range and the wide range, and then what is ethically also how the biodiversity is helping. Narrowly utilitarian argument. In the narrowly utilitarian argument system, majorly we can discuss here. The first one is food. First one is children, food. And next one is children, medicine or medication. And third one is industry. For children. Children, there are 12 animal species are there, children. 12 animal species are giving oils for children. And 20 plant species, 12 animal species and 20 plant species, are there at the oils. All the food we are taking from 20 plant species and 12 animal species. Children, the wheat, corn and rice occupying 2/3 of world food. 2/3 of world food is occupied by just only 3 different types of foods: wheat, corn and rice. Next, children, medicine. Children, 25% of world's medication, 25% of world's medication is extracted, children. 25% of world's medication is extracted from 25,000 species of plants. From 25,000 species of plants, the 25% of medicines are extracted. In generally, children, when we take the medicines, the very important medicines, children, to treat the malaria, the drug name is quinine. To treat the malaria, the drug name is quinine. The quinine is used to treat the malaria. It can be extracted from the Cinchona officinalis. Next, children. Next, chronic heart diseases. Chronic heart diseases can be treated from the digitalis purpurea. Digitalis purpurea. Next is hypertension. Hypertension. It can be extracted. It can be treated from with reserpine. It is treated with the reserpine. The reserpine is nothing but the medicine which is extracted from the Rauwolfia serpentina. Rauwolfia, and then Rauwolfia omedonia. Rauwolfia. And next fourth one is cancer children. Cancer can be treated with the vinblastin and then vincistrin. Vinblastin and the vincistrin. This vinblastin and the vincistrin can be extracted from the Vinca rosea. And you know, morphine is a very common one. Morphine. The morphine is extracted from the Papaver somniferum. Papaver somniferum. Okay, morphine. Morphine is what children? Okay, like during surgeries, sedative. Okay, during surgeries as sedative and painkiller. What is used in the morphine is used. The morphine is used extracted from the Papaver somniferum. Papaver somniferum. So malaria is treated with the quinine extracted from the Cinchonalis bark. Coronary heart diseases from the digitalis, which is extracted from the digitalis purpurea. Hypertension, it is treated with the reserpine. The chemical reserpine is extracted from the Rauwolfia serpentina. Cancer can be treated with the vinblastin, the vincistrin. Okay, it can be extracted from the Vinca rosea. And the surgeries, sedative and the painkiller, the morphine is used. The morphine is generally the morphine is extracted from the Papaver somniferum. Papaver somniferum is a drug. It's a plant. Okay, from the Papaver somniferum. The morphine is extracted. We know that morphine is the very best sedative and the morphine is the best painkiller also. So the morphine is generally useful for what children? In the causing of long sleep, especially during surgeries. Next children, the first one is as food and the second one is as medicine. And third one is children. Third one is industries, children. Industries. Yeah, many kind of industrial products, children. What are they? Oils, perfumes, dyes, resins, paper, wax, rubber, okay, and then cork, all these, even wood, all these we are getting from where? Okay, from the nature only, So all these, the major industries, the major industries, raw materials are depending on where children, and even, the food supplements also, what are they? Okay, even honey, honey, and what are they? What is it? The lac, and the silk. Where we are getting all these we are getting from where? From the different plant and animal species. So the plant and animal species are not only useful in the development of food or in the giving of food medicine, it is also useful in the industry. All the industries, the raw materials we are getting just because of the biodiversity or because of the different species of plants and animals only. So the biodiversity is helping us. It is playing a major role in the giving of all the kinds of requirements which are really required for the existence of life. Clear? So it is giving food, medicine, and the industry. Sir, it is actually not the simple thing, no, sir. Why you have concluded or why you have telling in the narrowly utilitarian? Yeah, compare with these two, it is a narrowly utilitarian argument. Clear? Whatever the broadly utilitarian arguments in the, to which we cannot even put the price tag. What is like how the biodiversity is helping in the broadly utilitarian argument, the biodiversity is also helping in the broadly utilitarian argument. First example I will tell you. First example is Amazonian rainforest. Amazonian rainforest. We already know that that's an Amazonian rainforest, the tropical rainforest. Once upon a time it occupies a 14% land area. Now it is decreased to 6% land area. Correct? Amazonian rainforest then, which is once upon a time occupied 4% okay, now 6%. It is producing 20% of oxygen of the world. So Amazonian rainforest is also called as what, children? Lungs of the planet. Lungs of the planet. Clear? So children, the Amazonian rainforest, which is also called as lungs of the planet, the Amazonian rainforest is very, very, very important, children, because just imagine 5 liters of oxygen cylinder is not available now. Clear? That like 20% of this environmental oxygen is produced by only Amazon rainforest. Can you put the price tag of the Amazon rainforest function? Okay, to maintain this entire, to maintain the oxygen level to continue the existence of the entire life. We never, right? We cannot put. So that's a huge help. So that's which kind of help of the the ecosystem, or which kind of help of this complete living sphere. We cannot even put the price tag that will come under the broadly utilitarian category. So Amazonian rainforest is putting such kind of effort, or it is releasing the oxygen into the environment, which cannot even put the price tag to that. And moreover, children, the insects, what the insects are playing role, the role of insects role in the environment, especially the pollination, correct? Pollination. So insects are useful for the pollination. So the function which can be done by the insects, okay, which we cannot even put the price. Clear, children? So the pollination can be done with the insects, which cannot even put the price tag. In the pollination only, the plant population is existing, and the new plants are developing, the seeds are developing. If there is no pollination, there is no germination, right? There is no seed development, there is no germination of the plant, there is no development of the plants, there is no development of seeds, correct? There is no development of even fruit. So until and unless the pollination is not occurs, no fruit, no seed. When there is no seed, no new plant, correct? But yeah, all these are happening just because of the pollination. The pollination can be done by the insects and the birds, correct? So we cannot even put the price tag to the insects, how the insects are helping to the entire living community. Clear? So it comes under the broadly utilitarian category. Next is on the ethical argument. What is the ethical argument? Yeah, we'll go to the trips, right? We'll go to the refreshment trips, recreation trips. Okay. We'll go for many kinds of trips. Like if you see Himachal Pradesh, Kulu, Manali, okay, Ladakh, and Rajasthan, and even Pur, Bangalore, okay, Udupi, somewhere different places will go. For what? To enjoy the nature. Okay? Like Goa, okay, to see the sea beauty. All this happiness, what the happiness, and morning and evening, that dawn and dusk session, the environment, if you go to the agricultural fields, the pleasure, okay, what we are getting, for all this, can we put the price tag? No, right? So that is the environmental beauty. To the environmental beauty we cannot put. The environmental beauty is developed just because of what? The biodiversity, various plant and animals. You cannot even put price tag to all these, right? And moreover, we have the aesthetic sense. The aesthetic sense is nothing but the sense of enjoying of the nature's beauty, right? So the biggest gift what we are giving to the next generation is this aesthetic beauty. Clear? So how we have right? The ethical argument is that how we have right to live in this nature. Every individual have the same kind of right to live it, to continue their existence in this life. Clear? So that aesthetic sense should be continued. The complete nature's beauty should be continued. The nature should not be collapsed with the loss of biodiversity or with the extinction of biodiversity. The nature's beauty cannot be extincted. So it is our responsibility to protect entire nature. Clear, children? Clear? Yes. I know that. Okay, how much are preferably, preferably, people are already started mentioning Goa name. I know. Did you understand, children? Don't tell that we have understood about only Goa, right? Yes, bioprospecting. Did you understand? So the role of biodiversity is complete. Okay? Role of biodiversity is complete. Clear? Yes. Yes. Next. Conservation of biodiversity. Conservation of biodiversity. How the biodiversity will be protected. It is our responsibility, right? With the government's administration's responsibility, the protection of all the various life, correct? So the biodiversity can be protected or conserved in two different categories. The first one is in situ conservation. In situ conservation. The next one is ex situ conservation. In situ conservation. In situ conservation is also called on-site conservation. Okay, on-site. In situ conservation is also called on-site conservation. Ex situ conservation is called as outside of, okay, conservation of, okay, biota outside of their own site, outside of their own site. Inside, situ, site, where they are living, their only protection of the organisms is called in situ conservation. In situ conservation, children, is categorized majorly into biosphere reserves. Biosphere reserves. National parks. Sanctuaries, sacred groves, and the sacred lakes. Biosphere reserves. In India, children, totally 17 biosphere reserves are. Okay, biosphere reserves are nothing but the largest regions, okay, of the ecosystem. Largest regions of ecosystem. Okay? Largest regions of the ecosystem. 17, okay. So, which protects the different categories of plants and animals. India has 90 national parks. India has 90 national parks. Very first time in 1871, the national park. What is that? The Greenland National Park. The Greenland National Park is the first national park. The Greenland National Park is the first national park in the world. Greenland National Park. In India, totally 19 national parks are considered. The Greenland National Park is the first national park in the entire world. Greenland National Park. Okay, USA. They are established in the US. Next, sanctuary children, totally children, there are 448 sanctuaries are there in the entire India. 448 sanctuaries are there. Compared with the biosphere reserves, national parks are, okay, smaller region. Compared to the region parks, sanctuaries are smaller. Okay. Sanctuaries means like in the sanctuaries, a specific animal or the plant species will be protected. Any specific plant or animal species. Sacred groves or the sacred lakes, the limited area which have the religious importance. Pushkar Lake, Dal Lake, okay, like that. So, which have the religious importance, either it's a lake or it is a, okay, no, the kind of a foresty area where the regional or the religious importance is there. That particular region's importance or any religious importance is there where animals and the plant species are protected. Clear? That is called as the sacred groves and the sacred lakes. Extended conservation is nothing but children. The conservation of the protection of animals outside of their own site, collecting of the plant and animal species and protecting in the nature, in the artificially created conditions. Here, so the extended conservation again categorized into first one, children, off-site collections. Off-site collections. Extended conservation has off-site collections. Number one. Number two, children, off-site collections, and number two is in the extended conservation, children. First one is off-site conservation collections. Next one is gene banks. Third one is in vitro preservation, and the last one is cryopreservation. Off-site collection means, children, yeah, first one is herbarium. Okay, next botanical gardens, long walk, right? Zoological parks. These are the natural categories. No, naturally they are there. No. We have developed the zoological park. We have developed the botanical garden. We have collected from different sources. We have collected the plants and we are protecting all the plants in the botanical garden. From different sources we have collected the animals and we are protecting the animals in the zoological parks. So it is off-site collection. Gene banks, where the genes are preserved. The gene banks are two types, children. Okay, first one is seed gene banks, where we have to protect all the different types of seeds. And then, okay, field gene banks. Okay, field gene. The rare types of animals and plants, okay, can be planted in, okay, on the fields and that will be protected, okay, with like a kind of scholars and all, okay, like in the universities or in the special areas, okay, that rare kind of animals protection will be controlled, okay, by the like professionals and like, you know, on fields. So that is a field gene banks. Seed gene banks, field gene banks. In vitro preservation, children, okay, some animals and the plant species like rare kind of tissues, callus, seeds, genome, anything will be preserved in the like laboratory and that will be stored forever. So that is called as the in vitro preservation. Cryopreservation, children, already we know that. Okay, cryopreservation at -196 degrees centigrade in the liquid nitrogen, the preservation of the plant is called as cryopreservation. Children, in the USA, in the San Diego, there is a frozen zoo. There 355 species of animals are, okay, animals preservation is there. 355 rare species of animals in the rare species of 355 animals are preserved and stored in the frozen zoo, which is there in the San Diego. Okay, there in the US. Clear? Clear, children? In situ conservation and then ex situ conservation. With this, children, we have completed the complete conservation of oil. What, how many species? Sanctuaries also we have constructed, yes. 17 biosphere reserves, not 14. Yeah. If you NCERT have only 14, let's go with the 14. I'm giving the information. Okay? If in the NCERT 14 are there, go with the 14 only. Yeah, it's fine. Go with the 14. Yeah, I'm changing here also 14. Okay? Make it 14 only. It's fine. That is a frozen zoo. In the USA, San Diego. San Diego. San Diego is a city. In the San Diego, the frozen zoo is there. 350. Frozen zoo is what? Like, they are maintaining very lowest temperatures and there the animals are preserved. Yeah? If you understand, children, quick. Ask me the study of one. Yeah. So children, conservation is also condition. Sacred groves means a small area where the limited number of plant or animal species are protected, which have the religious or the regional importance. Okay? That is called sacred grove or sacred tree. Yeah, children. Next. Biodiversity hotspots. Biodiversity hotspots. Children, the biodiversity hotspot name is very first time is given by Norman Mayer. The largest area where the different kinds of animals and plant species will be protected, that is named as what, children? Biodiversity hotspot. Children, there are totally 34 biodiversity hotspots are there in the entire world. This biodiversity, complete all 34 biodiversity hotspot area will occupy less than 2% of the land area, world's land area. World's land area, less than 2% is occupied by this biodiversity. In India, children, in India, how many biodiversity hotspots are there, children? 3 biodiversity hotspots are present. 3, only 3. What are they, children? The first one is Indo-Burma region. Second one is Western Ghats and Sri Lanka. And Eastern Himalayas. Yeah, the international conservation is started, children. WWF. What is the WWF? World Wildlife Fund. Working with many NGOs and started World Wildlife Fund. This World Wildlife Fund is generated for the protection of many like endangered or threatened species of organisms. Clear, children? Yeah. Next. Conservation of in India, children, if you see in India, the wildlife is established in 1927. Legislation in India, okay? Legislation in India to protect for the biodiversity conservation. The Board of Wildlife is initiated in 1927. The Wildlife Protection Act, that the Wildlife Protection Act was developed in India in 1972. The Forest Act in India is initiated or coming to the force in 1980. The Forest Act is in 1980. The Wildlife Protection Act is in 1972. The Board of Wildlife is started in 1927. In world children, okay, the Earth Summit was conducted, children, in 1992. Okay, in 1992 in Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro is Brazil, on the conservation of biodiversity. The World Summit, children, followed by the World Summit was conducted after 10 years in 2002, where in the Johannesburg, in the South Africa, for the sustainable development. And on this pledge, children, by 2010, okay, 190 countries were signed. 190 countries were signed on the pledge which was taken on 2002. Okay, in the World Summit. Children, with this, biodiversity is complete. Okay, the biodiversity is complete. Weekend syllabus array. What is IUCN? International Union for Conservation of Nature and Nature Resources. World Wildlife Fund, WWF means. Biodiversity full chapter is there for exam. Why not? Array, how many times I should get here? Why you have this very poor consciousness during the class? Every day I am telling still you are asking the same good question. Biodiversity hotspot is a in-situ. Array, just stop texting in the third class. First listen. Stop texting. Next chapter will start. No, sir, why not? I'll start. When should I start? Now I have 8 minutes of time.